a droid tier list. We have never done a droid tier list.
Throw them all on Chosen One. Throw them all on Chosen One.
If you'll notice, the sand tier has a new name. Does someone want to read it? I don't think I could say it anymore.
I don't want to read it.
Flanker.
I would never.
Okay, Rami read it for us.
I would never say that word.
So we're going to be ranking droids from the Star Wars universe. Here, I hand-picked these. I hand-selected them this morning. So if your favorite droids are not on this list, I apologize. I will take the brunt of that hatred. Maybe we can do a part 2 if there's a droid that's not on this list. If there's a droid that you're really passionate about, that you're just dying to hear our perspective on, we can do a part 2 to this list. But let's just go ahead and jump into this one, boys.
I'd love to do a part 2.
First off, just a battle droid, just a B1 battle droid. I know there are variations of this as far as the color goes, but let's just rank the B1 battle droid.
Flanker.
Shut up. You don't say that. You
Flanker.
can't. You're not gonna do it. Okay, this is what this is what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna be throwing that word around for every one of these that you don't like. Okay,
we're definitely not.
I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm saying that is the pure definition of a clanker. Right.
But it doesn't go in clankers. It doesn't go in clanker
the tier though.
It doesn't go in that tier.
What is the criteria for this?
It's whatever we want it. It's
whatever you want it. I will listen. Here, let me start the argument. Let me start the argument.
Let Matthew go.
Let me start the argument, okay? Because I'll probably have one for all of these characters, by the way. So the B1 battle droid from the live action movies, I think, are fantastic, almost perfect. The ones in the Clone Wars, I don't like as much. I do like how they added a bit of like humor or whatever and personality to them. I do like that kind of part of it, but I think they played into that a little too much. And so it made it not as accurate to what I think a real Star Wars droid should be. Whereas in the I forget which movie it is, but in the live action, when they're in the hangar, he says something that's like, wait a second, that doesn't compute or some sort of thing. And
that's where this image is from. The image that's on this tier list. He's like, wait a second, it does not compute. You're under arrest.
Yes. So that was even funny in itself. If they would have just kept it like that, where it was like robot shit, like for me, whenever I see that, like the battle droids went through every line of code that they had to until they realized that, like, wait, that doesn't, you know what I mean? That doesn't compute, you know what I mean? So it really felt like a real, like, programmed robot, whereas in the Clone Wars, they kind of just felt like
they leaned into the humor too much.
They were, kind of just used as comedic release.
Yeah, comedic relief was definitely their role in the Clone Wars, I think. I agree. I like them better in the live action. I'm not a huge fan of them in the Clone Wars for that reason. I think they just went a little too far in certain areas, certain seasons.
I liked it in the Clone Wars. I thought it was funny, and it's like one of my favorite things about the Clone Wars is like how funny they are. Because like in the movies, the super battle droids are the more funny ones, and the B1s are the less funny ones. But it's like flipped in the Clone Wars. Like the B2s don't even say anything in the Clone Wars, and then the B1s say all the funny stuff. I kind of like it. There's a lot of great moments in there, but maybe that's just a bias because I love Clone Wars.
Merrick says the B1 doesn't go to that tier, but it's the clankiest clinker of them all.
Yeah, I mean, you're right.
I think that's fair. It's like the origin of that word, so I can't argue there. I would say, they're very iconic. Like when you think about the B1 battle droid and like in the prequels, their presence in the Phantom Menace is obviously really known, and then obviously in the Clone Wars. I think they're too iconic to put anywhere below Youngling. What do y'all think?
I agree with that. I
don't know. The Clone Wars, if the Clone Wars depiction wasn't as stupid, then I would probably throw it in like Jedi Master or something. But for I don't know. I really like the B1s. Like it's a really classic droid. I could keep going. I guess I would say Jedi Knight.
I'm okay with
I'll
Jedi Knight.
second that, but I want to say something.
Purely on how iconic they are.
I think so too.
I
I
second
think
that,
it
but I
would
want
be
to say
doing a
one last.
disservice.
I want to say
Yeah.
one last thing to Matthew. Oh,
He's gone.
okay. So you're telling me that General Grievous on battle droids in the Clone Wars is not funny
General Grievous, what?
when he like shits on the battle droids in the Clone Wars is not funny.
I mean, I think it's.
that
I
has to
think
do
it's.
with General Grievous. That doesn't.
That's
have to do
general.
with
Yeah,
General
yeah. No, I think when everybody shits on the battle droids, that's fun. Like that's funny. Yeah, like that's the whole point. Like they suck. That's the whole point of them. Like, you know, is that they're not like good, except when they have numbers. Like that's the only thing. Like that's literally what they say. Like Grievous and everybody like says that throughout the entire show. It's like, yeah, these battle droids suck. It's just we have a lot of them, so they're meant to overwhelm.
They're
so.
disposable. They are very disposable.
Yeah, literally.
But Count Dooku said they're expensive to make, and that he should not.
Yeah,
destroy them
but
season
Count
one.
Dooku goes to planets and creates whole planets full of slave labor so that he can get all of the money that he needs. Like that's what the whole Clone Wars is about.
All right, before we go too far into the politics of Star Wars, let's keep moving forward here.
Yeah, let's keep
Next,
it moving.
next up, we have GH7 analysis droid. This is the medical droid at the end of Revenge of the Sith that tells Obi-Wan that Padme has lost the will to live. What do y'all think about this? What do y'all think about this droid?
What a stupid droid. How can they not find a way to save Padme? I get it's supposed to be poetic, but like, bro, what a stupid droid. Like,
And how does he know that he or she know that she's lost the will to live? Did she say that verbally? Like, how do you test that? How do you examine that?
How do you, like, it blows my mind that a droid can have an analysis like that and they can't have, like, you know what? Maybe
I think you guys are looking. I think you're looking way too deep into it, dude. It's a droid. They're programmed to only do certain things. And once he went through every program that he was programmed to look for, every issue that he's programmed to look for, he found that there was actually none. So, like in my brain, that's my head. That's my head.
The existential conclusion that she's lost the will to live.
I don't. That's what he said. It's like she's lost the will to live. That's what he said, right? It's
Did
like
he?
It's something like that. I don't think he fully just said that she has lost the will.
I think it's a confident, like, affirmative statement.
Is it? We're gonna need a fact. We're gonna need a fact check.
Fact checking.
Yeah, we gotta figure it out.
Oh my god, this droid sucks,
bro. He literally doesn't. He literally doesn't. You can't just say that the droids suck because Padme didn't want to live.
Padme didn't want to live with 2 children.
She didn't. She didn't. She was too distraught about Anakin.
Kaylee's in the chat. Kaylee's in the chat.
Too.
She let us know. Kaylee says the medical droid said, "This is my wife, by the way, for those of you in the chat. My wife's joined in. The medical droid said, medically, she is completely healthy. For reasons we can't explain, we are losing her. We don't know why she has lost the will to live."
Okay, there you go. There you go. It says for reasons we can't explain, we are losing her. That which confirms my headcanon.
Okay, but listen, here's the paradox here. For reasons we don't know, we can't explain, we are losing her. We don't know why. And then he says she has lost the will to live. That's a very direct
my original
statement.
Argument.
That's like, then they do have a reason. If she's lost the will to live and she just dies.
It doesn't. No, I mean, yeah, it doesn't know why she's. I mean, it doesn't know why, but that doesn't also mean that it's a shit.
But how did it come
droid.
to that conclusion? How did it come to the conclusion that she's lost the will to live? That's a problem I've always had in that movie. Like,
because she's completely healthy. She's completely healthy. There's nothing wrong with her. And she's just dying. She's just dying. Like you guys are overthinking this shit. You guys are overthinking it.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
I don't know. Look, I mean, I did argue for it, but that's just because I'm not gonna just say that it's a shit medical droid because Padme didn't want to live. We're not
regardless,
we're not gonna put that on the droid.
regardless of how the droid came to the conclusion, I think, I'm thinking about this from a healthcare perspective because I'm in that world too. I understand that. I think he was relaying the information the best he could to Obi-Wan based on the information that he had. Okay. And for that reason, you can tell that this droid is programmed to care and do its best ability to try to, take care of someone. And for that reason, I think regardless of how he came to that wild freaking conclusion that she lost the will to live, maybe the droid's in tune with the Force. Maybe that's how he knows. I have no idea. Maybe the droid's Force sensitive. I think regardless,
maybe that's the one program he did pick up on was her will to live.
Maybe. I think regardless, the droid goes in youngling. Regardless of how it communicated the information. I think
throw it in there. I think we spent too much time on that one.
We did. We definitely did. All right. Next up, we have the droideka. What do y'all think about the droid?
Droid. Jedi Master. These things are goated.
Send the droidekas.
Where are those droidekas? In the Phantom Menace. Yeah, dude, I love the droidekas. I think they're a really unique design, especially compared to all the other separatist droids. I think they're super cool. They have the ray shield force, the ray shield like circle force field, and I love them. I love their presence in the complete saga. Matthew and I have talked about that a little bit as well. I'd say Jedi Master on the droideka.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want.
They're cool, but they're just like a pain in the ass if you're not on their side.
Yeah.
That's one thing I like about them. I was gonna say that is like every Jedi has their own kind of way of dealing with them, just because they're kind of hard to deal with.
And in the complete saga, to remove their force shield, you have to do the jump and then like slash down or smash down on them with the ability. So we got to move a little quicker. We spent way too much time on that on the medical droid, bro. R5D4. If this droid hadn't have malfunctioned the way it did, Luke would have never obtained R2D2. And for that reason alone, this droid's the reason why so much happened in the original trilogy. But he had the telecommunication from Princess Leia. Luke would have never found that, bro.
True.
Luke would have never found it.
Also, this droid, isn't this the droid that Mando ended up getting from the curly-haired girl in Mandalorian?
Yes,
it's the same droid.
So I think I think so. I think
which is also cool.
Chosen One. This droid's impact on the saga as a whole.
I don't think it's Chosen One for that. At that point, I would just put R2D2 in Chosen One.
Mar said he's a rebellion hero. He is a rebellion hero.
He just gave R2D2 the alley-oop. He didn't really do much, okay? I will say, I think what's cool is, I don't know if this is like a Legends comic or something, but there is something that I've heard where this droid apparently like did that on purpose because he knew like R2 was meant to be with Luke.
I've heard that as well.
But I don't know how much
he was force sensitive, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the validity in that really at all. But I don't think it's Chosen One. I think if you're gonna give Chosen One to any astromech on this list, it needs to go to R2 because R2 is the one with the Death Star plans. R5 just gave him the alley-oop. So
he's a team player.
Go ahead.
He's a team player. If it wasn't for him, R2 would have never gotten to Luke. In that case, I see what you're saying. I actually agree with Matthew. I think R2 should be the chosen one, but this guy should get his flowers for being a team player.
Jedi Master. You guys have convinced me. I would say Jedi Master.
I would probably throw it lower. I don't really like this droid.
I'm not willing to put it. I might use a force ability on this. If y'all pull it lower, his impact is even the scene. Just thinking about Star Wars, like that scene is so iconic too. Where the astromech,
where they get R2, but I mean, him himself is not iconic. I mean, he's not. I mean, I guess he is iconic, but he's not. I don't think he's
Force
iconic.
willed it to happen,
I
dude.
don't
The
think
Force
he's
willed it to
iconic
happen.
enough to be
He's
Jedi
a force
Master.
sensitive
Like,
droid. What are you talking about?
that's
The
wild.
Force
to me.
willed it to happen, and he
if any of these droids are force sensitive, it's Chomper. Okay, let's get that out of the way.
Yeah.
I said Jedi Master. What do y'all say?
I second.
I was gonna say Jedi Knight, but I mean,
All right, we'll put him in Master since Rami said Master.
that is too
All right.
high. But
I disagree. I disagree, and I think the chat disagrees. I think the chat would disagree. But we'll see.
We'll see.
All right, next up we have Forlom, a droid bounty hunter. And I don't really have much to say about Forlom. The most I remember Forlom is his presence in the Lego Star Wars game. You know, he was one of the bounty hunters who could throw one of the bounty hunter bombs. But in the movies, like, he doesn't do much. He doesn't have much. He's in it for a few seconds, but he looks cool. I would say Forlom goes on Padawan. I'll just throw my vote out.
Yeah, he's cool. I know he does a few, like, there's a bounty hunter book or whatever that he does a few things in, but yeah, he's not the most like interesting out of all the bounty hunters that we've seen. So I don't know. I guess I would Padawan him.
Rami?
I'm sitting here trying to think of something and I just don't. So Padawan.
All right, he's going Padawan. I don't hate him, but he's going Padawan. Next up, we have 8D8 in Return of the Jedi. He is on Jabba's Jabba. The skeletal smelter droid only gets a few seconds of screen time in Return of the Jedi, but he makes a nasty impression by torturing poor Gonk droid in Jabba's palace. That's the description that we have.
That guy is terrible.
I am going to say Clanker. I'm going to say Clanker on this guy because his job is to torture. Not only is his job to torture, but he is torturing one of the most iconic droids in the Star Wars canon. He's torturing a freaking Gonk droid, bro. Like, what could the Gonk droid possibly have done to deserve being tortured?
Yeah, this is the I don't like this at all. Could you imagine being born for the sole purpose of just torturing other humans? like a certain race of humans.
He's not torturing humans, he's torturing
I know, but that's what I'm talking about. Imagine
his own kind.
His own kind.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that?
And dude, the Gonk droid, by the way, like, let's not overshadow the fact that the Gonk droid feels pain from being burned. Like, let's not overshadow that.
That is
like,
true.
I don't know how that works, but the Gonk droid in this scene in the movie is like screaming in terror that he's being branded like this.
It's so sad. That's so sad to me.
I do like his design a lot. I will say that. Let me just throw that out there. His design is freaking sweet.
His design looks cool, but I'm Clanker because of what he does. What he does
I agree.
Canon.
Clanker.
Clanker him.
Poor Gonk droid.
How could you be programmed to torture other droids? That's crazy.
Yeah. Agreed. All right, next up we have EV9D9, who's also seen in Return of the Jedi, another resident of Jabba's palace. EV9D9, who puts C-3PO and R2 to work when they arrive on Tatooine in Return of the Jedi. So he basically assigns R2 and C-3PO to be the waiters on Jabba's sail barge, is what it sounds like. And also, something else to note, he survived into the Boba Fett show too. Like, we've talked about Max Rebo and some of those characters that were on the sail barge that survived.
Yeah,
this is another one of those characters who survived.
He was the one that was in the droid bar talking to Boba Fett.
Yes, he was in it. But again, he's mistreating his own kind. Like, he's basically setting C-3PO and R2-D2 up to be like slaves to Jabba's entire like hierarchy that he has.
This one I don't hate as much because it's not like he's pulling the trigger.
Is he more of an employer to you? Like, he's more of like a
he's more of like to me.
Slave himself. I mean, like,
that's exactly what I was thinking. He's a slave himself.
But I think he can tone down the sass a little bit. You know, he's a little sassy droid.
But yeah, he's got a little bit of a tood.
Yeah,
will say
like
that he's got a little bit of a tude.
He's
brownie
on a high
points.
horse because
not
of his
rewarded.
position.
He doesn't get brownie points for having tude, but let's
I feel kind of bad for him because he's probably forced into this position. So for that reason, I would put him in youngling.
Yeah, I probably honestly would throw him in Padawan, but
The difference
I
between
don't hate
this
him
and the
that much.
last droid is the last droid seemed like he was enjoying it. This droid doesn't necessarily seem like he's like having a fun time, you know. He
Yeah,
doesn't
it seems like
seem
he's just
like
kind of
he's like
working.
getting his rocks off. He seems like he's just employed and he's doing his job. What do you think, Rami?
I'm actually gonna switch that vote. Look, put him behind Forlong.
Okay,
That's what I think.
that's fair. That is totally fair. I can't argue that. All right, next up we have the interrogation droid from A New Hope. I'm gonna let y'all talk about this one for a second while I go urinate.
There's not much
I'm
to
not.
say.
Yeah,
Much to
there's
say
not.
here.
I think this is a creepy looking droid.
I think it's weird. I would probably just rather. I think I would just rather have like a probe droid, but
I almost think of like this droid is like the blob fish of the ocean. Like
I can
this
see
is just
that.
a weird looking,
See that,
or like the lionfish with the spikes. Like this is like a lion's fish, and it's just like weird. I don't mess with it. Personally,
Yeah.
I would put it in. I'd put it in Padawan at the back of Padawan.
Mars says I like the interrogation droid because of GOTO. What is that? Let me look that up.
Yeah, let me look that up too. GO.
All right, I bet.
Oh, it was in the video game.
What's going on? What's going on with the interrogation droid?
So the interrogation droid, we're basically just saying like it's not that special. I said that I would rather just have an Imperial probe droid, but Mar in chat said he likes the interrogation droid because of G0 T0, which is like an interrogation droid in
In one of the games?
one of the Old Republic games. I'm pretty sure. Am I right about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Knights of the Old Republic.
Before we got into the discussion, before I walked away for a second, I was thinking youngling on the interrogation droid. It's in an iconic scene, but it's also just a strange like it's a evil kind of droid.
It's too evil, too weird, too like I was saying it's like the lionfish of like the ocean and like droids, I guess. Like it's
What did it do to Leia? It had a needle or something?
yeah, it was just like I don't know, bro. I don't like
I'm gonna
it.
say youngling or Padawan. What do y'all think?
Back of Padawan for me. It's just like
Yeah. I mean, I mean, I'd probably clanker it.
By the way, youngling and Padawan, I don't know how this happened, but they're flipped.
okay. Wait, so we're basing this off of like the only other one in Clanker is the whatchamacallit, the one that got tortured, and like that's his sole purpose. So put him in Clanker.
Yeah, I'd clanker him. I don't like him.
Okay.
I do like the G0 T0 though.
That scene in the movie is so iconic with Darth Vader coming in and having it go towards Leia and all that.
I mean, yeah, but there's more iconic ones than that, you know.
Okay. Fair enough. All right, next up we have WA7, the waitress droid in Dex's Diner on Attack of the Clones. The sassy droid, nicknamed Flo, slings Jawa juice and waits tables at Dex's Diner. What do y'all think about this female droid, waitress droid?
I think she's making a hustle.
I agree, dude. She's grinding.
I like her a lot.
I would take an extra cup of Jawa juice from Flo from the droid.
I think Dex knows what droids he's getting himself into. So
I also don't think Dex would hire a droid unless he knew like it was a hardworking.
That's what I'm saying. Like Dex obviously knew that she would
he's got his stuff together,
do her job right, yeah.
reputable restaurant owner, and I would put Flo. I would put Flo in Jedi Knight.
I just think that's a little too high. I mean, she's cool. She has a cool design, but she's only in that one scene. Like,
Maybe like Padawan.
I'd probably younglinger. She's cool. She has a cool design or whatever, but she's not iconic to the whole story. She doesn't do anything for the story.
I think she's underrated. I think she needs her own spin-off Disney Plus series, but we'll put her in the middle.
Dexter, I think should get a Disney Plus series. That would be cool.
Dude, what if there was a Disney Plus series, but it was like it took place in the Star Wars universe, and it was like Hell's Kitchen or like a cooking show, but it was Dex.
Oh, yeah.
He was like the host of it, dude.
No, they could genuinely do that with but with like every bar, like do an episode of the canteen. It's like a Hell's Kitchen, like undercover boss sort of thing, where they like make a.
Sure.
That would be cool.
I do like the idea of that.
Next up, we have R4P17 from Attack of the Clones. This is Obi-Wan's astromech droid. And I think this astromech gets overlooked because of R2-2. But obviously, this droid's not as important as R2-D2. But he sees a lot of shit. Like, he goes through a lot of stuff. You know, he's on the ship when Jango is chasing Obi-Wan, like, through the asteroid field. He's with him on Camino. You know, I think this droid's been through quite a bit, been through a lot of stuff. I like this droid.
It's sad the way he died, but he's pretty important. He's with Obi-Wan throughout the entirety of Clone Wars, until the very end, I guess. So, Padawan.
I do like R4, but he ain't no R2, so yeah, I'd probably Padawan it.
Okay. That's fine. I might would say Jedi Knight and R4 for droids, but I'm okay with Padawan. All right, next up we have TT8LY7. This is from Return of the Jedi. This is obviously the smart ring, like, you know, security camera droid.
Yeah. The concept of it is for the ring doorbell.
It's the ring doorbell droid in Jabba's palace.
What does it sound like? What noise did it make? Yeah. Wadingy or something like that.
Yeah, that's the ring doorbell.
Again, this is one of those droids that's just doing its job, you know? It's just it's programmed to protect the front door.
Bro, if I'm being honest, I did not know that was a droid. I always thought it was like some sort of like telescope sort of thing that the Gamorrean guards used. Like, I'm not lying.
It's a droid.
When I was a kid, that's all I thought it was. And so, like, when I was, growing up and seeing that scene again, I was like, yeah, that's definitely what that is.
He's a security droid. He's doing his job. I think
I think I'm not gonna lie. I think he's got a fire like bar, and what he says, he's like, what about a binky? Like, that's such a cool thing to say, I guess. But that's like the only thing I like about this is like what he says.
The way he talks,
what he says. And I really like what you just said, that he's a ring doorbell.
Where do you put this guy? I don't think he's Clinker. I would probably put
Youngling.
him on Youngling. Yeah,
Youngling.
I'd probably put him on Youngling.
What's his name again?
TT8 TT8LY7.
Yeah. He says he wants a binky in the movie.
Not binky.
I want a binky.
Not binky.
All right. Next up, we have the 2-1B medical droid from Empire Strikes Back that gives Luke his replacement cybernetic hand. And what a great droid. You know, what a droid to replace Luke Skywalker's chopped off hand. It's cut off by Darth Vader, and the droid reattaches it. And if you see at the end of Empire Strikes Back, it's fully functional. Like, Luke moves the fingers. Obviously, it's a hand that works, because in the next movie, we see Luke come in and freaking wreck shop in Jabba's palace, Jabba's sail barge. And he ends up fighting Darth Vader with this hand. And so I like this droid. I think the droid did a great job.
Iconic design.
I will say, for the design, sorry to cut you off, but for being a medical droid, they look like they're unfinished. Like there's a lot of wires and stuff hanging off, and like they're like chipped, and the paint isn't fully perfect.
You're right. I mean, you're right, but I still think great design. They look cool.
Yeah, no, they still look really cool. I do like the design of them.
And he was responsible for one of the most important surgery procedures in the universe, probably. Where would y'all put this guy? I would say since he replaced the hand of Luke Skywalker, I would put him on. Look, we're ranking the droids. We're ranking droids here, and I think as far as droids go, because of what he did, I would put him on Jedi Knight.
Yeah,
he's got a
he
cool
helps
design.
People.
Yeah,
he's a medical.
I mean,
he's a healthcare provider.
I think it would be more on Padawan. I don't know. I think there's I think my criteria for the list is a lot different, but yeah, I wouldn't be too upset with Jedi Knight, but I would think.
I think he's got the same iconic design as the battle droid, the B1 battle droid.
That's not. No, it's not that iconic.
I don't think the design. I'm just thinking about his presence and what he does. Like, let's throw him on Jedi Knight.
I guess.
Okay with that. All right. Next up, we have D0 from The Rise of Skywalker. The final entry in the Skywalker film saga introduced the anxious wheeled droid voiced by director J.J. Abrams. He's not as memorable as his orange friend BB-8, but we love how good he is about setting boundaries. That was the description.
I love him. I actually love him. I love him so much. I love him so much. This is one of my favorite choices. This is literally, I'm not even like, this is not even glazed. Like, this is one of my favorite things out of all of the sequels is Dio. Just that little part that he has. I love him.
I don't
so
like
much.
Rise of Skywalker, but I also love this droid. I think this droid was one of the standout characters in the Rise of Skywalker.
For sure. I mean, not even just the Rise of Skywalker in the whole sequel trilogy. I think Dio is a big. I think if they would have leaned into more of like the Dio kind of stuff, like because Dio, when they interact with Dio, it's a sign of droids that we have never even thought about, or they have never even explored that sort of thing, where it's like droids,
it's like an insecure droid.
He's like an insecure, like the what they wanted us to believe was that he was like an abused like droid, and droids, droids are sentient, so he remembered it, and put up those boundaries, like you said, put up those boundaries because of it. I think that's a really like beautiful. I don't know why, but I really like that a lot. I really like how they explored that kind of side of it.
Yeah, because the droids have always been kind of like pets, like pet figures. Like
yeah, I mean, they're like pets. They're all like fodder, slaves.
They leaned further into that with this
pets,
droid. I also
that's what they are. They're like slaves. They're cannon fodder. They're
like pets.
All they are.
But that's why we love when someone like a human character like respects their droid. You know what I mean? Like that's why we like when that happens, because it is like a parallel in our universe is like having a pet or like having a companion, someone.
And that's why we like the droids that everybody's cool with and has the most personality, like K2SO, and you know what I mean? So and C3PO.
Where would y'all rank this one?
I would say Master.
This is full glaze, but I would do Chosen One. But I honestly I don't think it should go on Chosen One because he doesn't he doesn't do enough, but I would do Master.
I was gonna say Jedi Knight because he's not in the movie much, but we'll do Master. We'll put him in Master.
He's just so different. He's so different from anything that we've ever seen.
Yeah, he's a really unique droid. All right, next up we have the pit droids. This picture is from the Phantom Menace. Yeah, I like the pit droids. They're doing their job. They're
love these guys.
Droids. I like the design of them.
I think this is another case of the putting comedy, like using droids as comedy relief, and they're doing it right. Like
Because like when
Like
they
in
get
the-
scared, they like shut together. They like collapse
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah.
There's
I
some
think like in the background of the whole pod race scene, like they're doing stuff and messing around with stuff. So
Yeah, they're productive. They're hard workers. They're doing their job. I would probably say Padawan on the pit droids.
I also like how they can like how they wasn't there like a little thing where they like collapse down into their feet sort of thing?
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Like if
like
they get,
click their
get
head.
scared.
Because Jar Jar did that.
Yeah, I like that. I like those guys. I would probably do like Padawan, maybe like right in the mid scale.
I think Padawan's good.
Yeah, I agree. We're all in agreement.
All right. Next up, we have the Imperial Probe Droid. This is the one from The Empire Strikes Back. And unlike the Interrogation Droid, I really like the Probe Droid. They have kind of a similar like vibe, but the Probe Droids are like they're scanning. They've got a mission. They're out to they're little like kind of security like FBI droids, and I like that. I like that. I think as far as
I
the
love the probe droids.
Yeah,
Imperial droids go, I think this was one of the cooler ones.
I think if you used a probe droid instead of an interrogation droid, it would be more scarier because the arms that hang off the bottom. I don't know why the probe droids are like a little unsettling.
in the sound
They are.
I really like. Yeah, they sound. Where's it like the really deep like sort of thing?
Yeah, it's
And just
very.
knowing what they're doing is ominous. Like they're capturing footage of stuff. Like they're gaining intel. You know, like they are putting themselves in some dangerous situations with the rebellion.
Also,
And-
like I don't know. Sorry, like because they're on Hoth too, and like just seeing their like black
Yeah.
little shiny circles in the white snow is really cool.
Mhm. I agree. I would say I would actually probably. I don't know.
I'd probably Jedi Knight. I'd Jedi Knight.
Yeah,
I agree with that. Jedi Knight.
I think they're cool. I think
They're
really cool.
they're about as iconic as the B ones.
Before we even talk
Alright.
about the next one, chosen one.
BB9E.
I disagree.
BB9E.
I'm joking.
BB9E. Are you kidding?
Dude, BB9E sucks, and I'll tell you why. This is probably like I shouldn't use this to base my ranking off of, but in Battlefront 2, I despise BB9E.
I already
Bro.
knew
I
you'd
cannot
bring it up.
stand.
I already knew you'd bring it up. But it's the same thing as BB8. It's the same thing.
It's just a black BB8, dude.
It's the
just
same
an
thing.
Evil. It's an
That's
evil
the same
BB8.
thing as BB8.
But that's so awesome.
It honestly is. I honestly like it better than BB8. If I'm being honest with you,
I do
like-
too,
wait,
but I hate
like it better than
BB8.
BB8.
Wait.
I hate BB8.
Hold on.
I do too, bro. I hate
Can we come to a consensus right here
it gets
and
on my nerves
let's
so bad,
put-
dude.
this one in Youngling and put BB-8 in Clanker?
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I don't care what anyone says, dude.
Yes!
BB8 sucks, bro. BB8 is so freaking annoying.
BB8 sucks. The only
The
cool,
wannabe R2.
only cool thing about BB8 is like having
that it can roll?
has like having a toy of him. Like that's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
Kaylee said BB8 is getting bashed on. Yeah, that's what's how this goes. Mar says I love BB9E.
See, I like
Battlefront 2.
BB9E, right? I like BB9E, but
My
I don't
favorite
like
character,
BB8.
LOL. I hate BB8. I don't like either of them, bro. In the Battlefront, they annoy me so bad, dude. When I'm playing as freaking
Bro,
I don't know,
when you're,
Leia
like,
and
hero-
BB9E
when you-
comes start spinning around.
You're
and,
like
knocks me
1v1ing
off
an
the-
Anakin,
yeah.
and you're like just
Yeah,
going
dude.
nuts, and then BB8
The fact
comes up
that-
behind you and just.
The fact BB8 can destroy Anakin Skywalker in Battlefront 2 is just ridiculous, dude. All right, but I respect it if you like BB9E in Battlefront. That's totally understandable. Next up, we have IG88. This is the bounty hunter in Empire Strikes Back. Again, I'm gonna put IG88 kind of on the same tier, like where Forlom is. Like he's cool.
No!
No, dude.
I am.
This guy.
But look, the reason I'm saying that is because there's another IG droid on this list that is going to go that is much better than IG88. Same design, but is a much
but
better
I
better
don't
droid.
know. I mean, yeah, you're right, but okay, listen.
What does IG-88 do? What does he do?
Have you even heard or read any of the Bounty Hunter book or whatever?
I have.
So you know
But
where
it's
IG
not
was
canon.
like, it's not
It's not
canon.
canon.
It's not
I'll be
canon.
right
But I
back.
think it's
I'm
I
thinking
think it's really
canon.
cool. You're thinking canon? Okay.
I'm thinking canon.
I don't know.
He looks cool, but aside from that, like what he doesn't do anything.
No,
You use that argument a lot. Like he doesn't do anything. He doesn't do anything. He really doesn't do anything. He's just standing there and he looks cool.
I like the origin of the IG-88.
Okay,
like
where
the
would
origin
you rank him? He doesn't go beyond Padawan. I don't think he goes beyond Padawan. There's another IG unit that does. There's another IG unit that does.
And you're right.
Just to take away because he looks cool or what you know outside of canon about him.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I don't know.
He's in it for a few seconds and he literally doesn't do anything.
That's true. I just like the origin.
Chosen one.
Well, I guess youngling it. That pisses me off. No, Padawan.
I would Padawan it. Yeah, I would Padawan it.
We'll Padawan.
I'm okay with Padawan.
I do want to say though, their origin is sweet. I don't know if this was in the Bounty Hunter book or whatever, but their origin is sick. They're like, as soon as they were literally designed, like there was like a group of them. They were designed to be assassin droids, and like they were given sentience and whatever. And as soon as they were activated and powered on, they killed their creator and just did their own thing.
Oh, that's sick.
It's so cool. It's so cool.
All right, next up we have the Gonk droid.
For some reason, I've been looking up the droids so I can, just get a like bigger picture of them. And I looked up Gonk, and it's just pictures of Christmas elves. I swear, I just looked up Gonk, and it's just all elves. Sorry,
No, you're good. I like the Gonk droid, dude. I think he's
I love
one
the
of
Gonk
those
droid.
Chosen
underdogs.
Yeah, I would honestly chosen one of them. He's so universal, and like they're still making new ones to this day. Like.
Yeah, I agree. I can't think of any reason to not put him in Chosen One. Also, again, I'm trying not to tie everything to Lego here, but in the complete saga, like when you can get the super Gonk, the self-destruct Gonk where he runs super fast and he can jump and like explode on enemies and stuff. His presence in that game is really goated too. And I think he's one of those underdog droids who probably doesn't get the credit that it deserves. And it's also kind of built into the world with some limitations, with some disadvantages because of how it's built, how it's structured, how it walks. It's not the fastest droid in the world, but it's iconic. Is this the first droid going in Chosen One?
It is.
Okay.
And the next one,
the Gonk droid goes in Chosen One.
The next one you can throw up there too. I don't even think we need.
Yeah, you can throw them up there too. There's really no debate.
Yeah, C-3PO
really
goes up there too.
Throw them up there for sure.
There's not even much to say.
I love C-3PO. He's probably one of my favorites of all time. Like droids.
He's awesome.
All right, next we have the mouse droid from A New Hope.
Jedi Master.
Yeah, I kind of like this thing. It's like on that same level as like Do. Like it's like it's got its moments,
What are the little like cleaning robots that like roll around on the floor and clean the floors like in real life? What are they called?
Oh, the Roombas.
Yeah, he's like a little like Roomba kind of droid. And I like him.
Don't they like survey? Like, what's their purpose again? They just like survey the area.
I think there's some kind of mechanic.
Who knows?
If I'm remembering correctly.
Who knows? Chosen One.
I
would say
I would Jedi Master it. They're so iconic, and they're in everything.
And they
I
seem
think
like innocent.
okay. This is a one-off story. I just kind of need to throw out there because it just came to my mind. But I was playing on a Gmod like Star Wars RP server, and in these servers, like people will pick roles, and like you can try out for certain roles and stuff. So like you'll see like and people everybody's in character. So like you'll see like people like in stormtrooper outfits like guarding doors and stuff. So you could just walk around like the thing. And I shit you not, one person just went out of their way to be a mouse droid. It just was running across like all the halls, just making stupid noises. Just like literally like he wasn't hired or anything to do that by anybody. Like you know what I mean? You do tryouts and shit. He just decided to do it. Just
That's
funny to
funny.
me.
No.
Sorry.
Mar, L3 is on the list. It's coming up. L3 is on the list. Don't worry, L3 is on the list. All right. Next up we have K2SO.
Chosen one.
Go to droid.
Chosen one.
Go to droid. Chosen
My
one. I
favorite
have
droid.
nothing. It's one of my
Chosen
favorite
one.
droids. I have nothing bad to say
Plus-
about
plus
K2SO.
Voiced by Alan Tudyk, goated.
As far as the Disney like movies go, this is the best droid that they have created, I think.
I love K2, bro. It's like he's the most. I feel like I could give him a hug almost. Like he's like very comforting.
I love
The fact that he was an
K2SO.
Imperial droid reprogrammed to be a supporter of the rebellion was like so cool to me.
And that scene in Andor where he like demolishes like all of those Imperials, like
I haven't
it's
seen
the most like unsettling scene. And
It
then
was
he
really
just
cool.
walks through. He's like, "What's wrong, guys?" Like
I love how scary he looks. He's so scary. Like he's genuinely like
And he's
It's like a
funny
teddy
too.
bear.
Like he's a good example in Rogue One of how droid humor should work. Like some of the stuff he says is obviously clearly because he's programmed
yes.
to say it, but it's funny. So I agree. I think Chosen One is good for K2. All right, next up we have L3 37 from Solo. To be fair, I've only seen Solo like maybe 2 times, but I do remember liking this droid. I just don't have enough to say about it to make a strong case. Either way.
Is this the one that like is a droid activist?
Yeah, it's like a social justice droid warrior.
I think so.
Put it
I
Jedi
think
Master.
so.
Put it
Yeah,
Jedi Master, please.
No, I honestly love her. I honestly love her a lot. I honestly love
Put her
her.
Jedi Master,
I
please.
love her so much.
Mar, if you're still in the chat, where would you put L3 since you brought L3 up?
She's like, don't you know they're just playing with you? It's like something like that. It's
That's a
like
British accent. That's right.
I would put it Jedi Master. Oh my god. That's so
good.
funny.
So good.
All right, next up we have R2D2, Chosen One.
Yeah. Put it
R2's front of Chosen One.
Chosen one for sure.
Mar said Jedi Master on L3, so that's good. That is good. C3PO goes and R2 go up front. All right. Next up we have the C3PO body with the B1 battle droid head.
you just threw that in there, huh?
I just threw this one. Yeah, I just threw this one in here just for fun.
Yeah, that is definitely
that was really funny. I honestly that was a really funny
Chosen
scene.
One.
That was a really funny scene. Wasn't it like what like C3PO like he started like having like thoughts of like shooting people or something?
Yeah,
like,
he's like, die, and he starts
yeah. I need to go back and watch that.
His body got like in the factory. His body got like reprogrammed, and he was like half battle droid, half C3PO.
Chosen One. Please.
So
honestly,
funny.
I would say I would put him.
I can't Chosen. Chosen One, dude. Let's go.
Bro, what is this list?
This list
This is a great list, dude.
It's
a great
awesome, dude.
All right, next up we have a super battle droid.
Honestly, I think it would be fair to put them with either with the B1 or maybe over it, just because they're better.
I think they're
I'd put it
cooler. They're
with
more
it.
powerful.
I
I'll
think they're
put it with
cooler.
it. I'll put it in front of it on Jedi Night.
Yeah, I think they're cooler. I also like the the fact that they know they're better than B1s, so they treat them like shit. They're like out of the way. Like,
Yeah. All right, next up we have the Magna Guard, Chosen One. I'm Chosen One on the Magna Guard, dude.
Oh,
They're
Chosen One.
so sick, bro. This is as far as design is concerned, I think this is the coolest droid design they ever made. I think
I
it's the
agree.
coolest.
The capes too, like add an extra
Yeah.
layer,
you might
like
be
dramatic
right.
effect.
I cannot think of a cooler design for a droid than the Magna Guard. I think it's sick.
Yeah,
I think
they're
the Magna
they're
Guards are
IG
sick.
series droids, which is sweet. I love
Yeah.
them. Yeah, Chosen One.
They're great. Their staffs are cool. Everything about them is really cool.
Like even without the capes, they look fucking sweet.
Yeah, they do. The fact you can chop their heads off and they still
They'll keep going, dude.
Yeah.
Fire. So far.
All right, we got TC-14 from the Phantom Menace. This is the first protocol droid we see in the prequels.
Also, sorry, but for the Magna Guard, their design in the old 2003 Clone Wars show is just so fucking
Yeah.
so nice.
It was
It's so
really
nice.
cool. Yeah.
All right, let me get
it
that
was
out of the
really
way.
cool. I liked it. What do y'all think about the Silver Protocol?
TC-14.
Yeah.
Eh,
Nah. I mean, I like the chrome. Obviously, I really do like the chrome, but I don't know.
If this was the Lego minifigure, it would be higher, but it's not. It's just the
It
character.
would be, but
I would
think
say
I would say like probably
Padawan.
young. Honestly, like youngling or
like top of youngling, I'd say.
yeah.
Okay, it's fine. All right, next up we have an actual Lego droid, the PK droid from the Lego Star Wars video game. We've talked about this figure a little bit. I think it's Matthew and I talked about how if we see it in the main like hub world on the Lego games, we keep our distance because you never know what this guy's up to. He means business. He's usually on something, so we keep our distance from him. But I think he's cool. I respect him.
They just work, and I like them. I like them. All they do is work.
do
They're
too.
basically like they're basically pit droids, but just for another planet.
They're Rihanna droids. They just work. They just work.
That's about it. Yeah, it's so true.
Is that Rihanna or Beyonce? I don't know. They
Don't
regardless.
recall this one.
I'd say Padawan. I'll throw him on. We can throw him on Padawan.
Yeah, I would probably say the same thing.
All right, next up we have Hu Yang.
Or something like that.
Brains, youngling.
Or no.
1,000 years. Like thousands
That's
of
right.
years did that.
Yeah.
That is the
Okay.
coolest thing ever, and I honestly wouldn't mind putting him in Chosen One. He has like so much lore, and he's awesome.
He's cool too in the Ahsoka show.
He
I
is
like what
cool
they
in
put
the
him
Ahsoka show. I don't think
I would say Jedi Master. I'd say Jedi Master. I don't think he's iconic enough to put in Chosen One. Although I do love him. I do love him.
Yeah, if we've got L3 there, throw him in there.
All right, next up we have Chopper.
Chosen One.
Chosen One.
Chosen One. I don't think much needs to be said there.
All right, now we got IG.
IG-11.
That quick is so funny.
Yep, for Chopper, he got the least amount of words.
IG-11. Dude, I kind of want a Chosen One him too. I like him a lot.
Honestly, I want to Chosen One IG-11 too, dude.
I will say I kind of don't like the suit aspect of it. I wish he would have just been able to come back. But like no. I don't know. I thought that was a little cringe.
They should not have brought him back. They definitely should
yeah,
have brought him back. His
they
sacrifice at the end of season 1 of The Mandalorian, or season 1 or 2, I don't remember.
Yeah.
That was like the perfect ending for a character. And the fact that they brought him back is going to keep, just to have Grogu like being his like torso, like controlling him or whatever. I think that's so cheap, and for that reason alone,
lazy.
I would put him in Jedi Master. Yeah, it's so lazy, dude. They ruined his perfect ending.
They
I
did.
put
They
him in
did.
Jedi
They
Master.
did. And the only reason they did that is because so many people liked him, and they were like, "How do we bring him
Yeah.
back?" And
It's the
instead of just
same that they did that with Grogu.
instead of just bringing him back, they just like they like found a loophole or something. I don't
But
know. I don't like it.
Grogu had the perfect ending at the end of
Yes,
season 2 of Mandalorian,
yes,
and
that
they
was
brought him back.
That was the
dude. They
perfect
brought
ending.
him back.
Yeah, it's so annoying. So annoying.
They need to stop doing that. Like when a character dies or has a perfect ending, like just let it be. I understand.
And like even that,
sell toys and stuff like
even
that.
then,
But, like
for like to
so
make Luke give Grogu an ultimatum when like he himself is the one that like I've already talked to you guys about this already, but he himself is the one that should learn from the Jedi's past mistakes and know that like maybe having an attachment isn't a terrible thing, right? But he goes up to Grogu and he's like, you can't have attachments, so you choose one or the other. That's about it. It's it.
Yeah,
you choose. You
He went back into what was wrong with the Jedi in the first place, like in the
exactly,
prequels, the Jedi
exactly.
were.
And what pissed me off so much was they gave us like breadcrumbs. Like they showed Yoda's lightsaber. They were like, this was Yoda's lightsaber. Like this was my master's lightsaber, and it could be yours if you choose me. It's
I've
just
also
so
brought
dumb.
this up. Yoda dropped his lightsaber fighting Palpatine in Episode 3, and he never retrieved it either. By the way, and so it makes no sense how Luke got Yoda's lightsaber because he lost it in Episode 3.
Yeah.
So it's just stuff like that doesn't make any sense. Like
I like the fact that he was offering Yoda's lightsaber to Grogu. I like that, but I don't like the way that he did it.
I gotta take this phone call real quick.
You're good, dude. But it doesn't make any sense how he got Yoda's lightsaber though. Do you care about that?
I mean, yeah.
He lost it on Coruscant fighting the Emperor in Episode 3. Like
you're right, but that whole like arc of Mando and stuff was just awful. It was just awful.
Yeah.
It was really bad. Why can't he have both? Like
it's the reason they did that is because they made so much money off selling Grogu merchandise, and they didn't want to lose money off of that character. It's so
just
stupid.
that's what it was. I mean, for sure. But the thing is, the Disney way of going about things is just so ass backwards. Like the writing is just it's been so bad for Star Wars, dude.
Yeah, it has for sure.
But,
it has for sure. Next up, we have BD1 from the Jedi Survivor games.
Chosen one.
And I love BD1. I think he's one of the cooler droids outside of like the films.
Chosen one.
And I would put him on Chosen One. I love this droid. I love the design of it.
Oh yeah.
It's got its own personality. He's one of those droids like
he's so useful.
If he were to die in the game, like it would be one of those sad, like you really care about this droid. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's not like
yes.
Whenever Star Wars can make you care enough about a droid to be sad if it died, I think that's when they've done a really good job. Like K2SO, bro, and at the end of Rogue One, it's so tragic, bro. It's so tragic.
Like IG, we were all sad when that happened too.
Yep, and then they just brought him back.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next up we have what is this guy's name? This is AZI-3. He is the droid who helped Fives I guess kind of like discover about the chip, the Order 66 chip, I believe.
Oh, I'm not there yet. Shit.
Sorry for the spoiler.
No, you're good. I'm not there yet. I don't want to rank it. I'll let you guys go ahead.
Okay. All right.
I'll just
forget I said anything. Sorry about that, dude. I should have thought about that before throwing him on the list.
It's okay. No, you're fine.
He's gonna go since he's not here. I'm just gonna throw him on. It's really cool. The scene's really cool, but to avoid spoilers and saying anything extra, I'm just gonna throw him on Jedi Knight.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Buzz droid. What do you think about the Buzz droids?
I like them. I don't know. I like them in practice, but their design is not the coolest, I don't think.
Yeah, I think they have a really cool presence at the start of Revenge of the Sith, you know.
For
But
sure,
aside from
for
that,
sure.
there's not anything too crazy about them. I'd probably put it in like Padawan or Youngling. I'm not a big fan of the buzz droids.
But yeah, I'm not a big fan of them either. Honestly, Clanker it. We don't have enough in the Clanker still.
Okay, that's fine. I'm indifferent about the buzz droid. All right, finally, the last droid we have is the Death Trooper, and I think this classifies as a droid. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
it's a robot. There's no
Yeah.
human involvement here, and I really like the Death Troopers. I think that they were one of the cooler aspects.
Oh no, the
of,
Dark Trooper, the Dark Troopers, right?
the Dark Trooper. Okay, yeah. Sorry, not the Death Trooper, the Dark Trooper. I think they're cool. I think their design's really cool. I think they're really intimidating. Like whenever the Mandalorians like fighting one of these before they get fully like let loose, they're actually like scary. They're actually intimidating. I think this is the droid that like captures Grogu from the Seeing Stone from the rock that he's like meditating on. I think they come down and like capture him up and stuff like that. I don't know. I like these. What do you think about them?
I think they're pretty cool. I think they have a lot of aura too in the show, with Moff Gideon being like, "These are my new Darth Troopers," and then they like pop out. It's like this big, intense, dramatic.
There's like some
thing.
dubstep. There's like dubstep playing, like some
Yeah.
dubstep music playing when they show something.
Yeah, it's like an infomercial. Like it's like an ad introducing the new Dark Trooper.
Yeah.
But
I think they're cool. I would say probably like I'd say Jedi Knight. I think they're cool enough to be on Jedi.
yeah, I would probably I could see that.
Okay. All right. Rami doesn't have a say because he's not here at the moment. But that wraps up the droid tier list. I think this was fun. I think this was cool.
Yeah, this was a good one. I'm trying to think of more. That we might have missed, but I think we got like the main ones.
Yeah, I put this together the best I could earlier today, and I think it's cool. If you're in the chat, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out in the live stream. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode.
Chatting and following and subscribing and liking.
Yeah, if you're here and you haven't liked the video, throw a like on the video. It helps. It helps more than you know. If you're here and you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything. Just costs.
What do you guys think about the list? Live chatters.